Turtle, I cannot believe that after FaZe picked up NRG, wrapped them in aluminum foil, put them back in the takeout bag, and threw them in the garbage can in that last game, that nobody on the desk flipped their side or chat flipped their side. I mean, it's a testament to how long NRG's been at the top, but that game was brutal.
Well, it just shows how important consistency is in this game. Sure, you can have a solid series, and I'm not trying to discredit the win that we just saw from FaZe Clan. We just have to see it again, and I think that's what everybody's trying to say is NRG, time and time again, their backs against the wall. They have showed up, and we've also got interesting card choices. I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing.
Yeah, no, this is a James Bot will rejoice and consider
he's gonna
this
be hyped.
A win for him that Justin is driving a Merc with a topper in a grand finals of a regional here. Fascinated to hear his thoughts on that later. Now I'm really rooting for them to win so they can interview him after this and ask him about that.
Actually kind of surprising because initially he joined the or the lobby before we got in here as a Dominus. I thought he was just swapping cars, and then he left again to come back with the Merc. Not exactly sure where that plan came out, but Illusion, he's gonna shut us up right now. We're not gonna talk about cars the whole game. We're gonna talk about FaZe Clan and their ability to pass in the midfield and find Illusion for that shot.
That's an NRG special right there that FaZe is pulling out. The infield pass straight in, 1-2, blazing fast shot, 84 miles per hour into the goal. And they've got goal number 1 here, picking up right where they left off. But NRG now, after being shut out in the last game, this is a bit of a drought.
Yeah.
That stretches back to the middle of game 4, the very end of game 4, where they weren't able to get a goal in that overtime. Didn't get anything in the end of game 5. So now, needing to find one to get on the board. Needing to get on the board here just to change up the pace and get some morale back on their side.
Ooh, nice little quick midfield passing there from Justin to Squishy. Garrett G was trying to get involved, but unfortunately there was a defender in the way. Maybe Squishy here can find something off the corner, but let's see if FaZe Clan do that same strategy. What I noticed a lot after going through the replays was that they'll play aggressive and just shove this ball constantly off the backboard, and then surprisingly out of nowhere, just hit you with one quick midfield pass, and that's all it takes. And you find 2 defenders from NRG waiting in the backfield, first killer, and this top corner. It's hard to find a better duo.
My confidence is starting to wane. I saw the pass come across, and I was like, that's a goal, which I've never said about a team playing against NRG. They're like, oh, this infield pass is absolutely in, but the precision on the placement, Turtle, is incredible. Like, they are nailing this upper 90 over and over again. So difficult for even the players on NRG to reach.
Well, and the crazy thing is for that shot, if you go for the other corner, it's going to get blocked out. There was a defender in the way, and First Killer still managed to find that same corner on the right side. He slowed down a little bit, slotted it under the defender, and found the accuracy. This has just been that same final game just continued on here so far in this series.
It is so far, but they have slowed down the scoring, given I think we were at 3 goals before halftime in the last game, and here we are at halftime only at 2.
Only 2 now. Only 2, you know.
Only 2. That's improvement. And Justin will get a stop here. And now AJ looking to do it by himself. A drop from Squishy, I believe. A dangerous one, but they've got the long clear now. As Justin puts pressure on the net. Defended by First Killer. Back out. Squishy now in the corner. Illusion will have space on this ball. And gets it over the top of Garrett G. Coming out of the backfield now. Past 1 with space. Over the top of 2. Can he get under the crossbar? Illusion finds the clear on the backboard. Squishy looking to connect with Garrett G. Drops it back to Squishy. Blocked by First Killer. How do you read that? And now putting pressure back on Justin on the other end.
Oh, and the creativity was there from NRG. Garrett G was waiting on the back wall, trying to get a touch straight down to Squishy. I don't know if he made the best contact or if any contact at all. But either way, I like the idea. We need more of that from NRG.
Justin off this wall, puts it into the midfield. Garrett G's going to try and chase it, but Illusion's matching him, and AJ actually comes from the backfield to pick it up. Now First Killer challenging Garrett G, gets the ball away from him, drops it into the box, and Justin clears it to the outside. Now Garrett G off the wall. An Illusion will pick it up. Justin getting harassed. First Killer's going to try and pick this one up. He's got a full tank of boost again, and he's dribbling in the sky, waiting for his team to get upfield and find some blocks for him. Gets met by Garrett G in the air. And now Squishy and Garrett G going to try and tag team this one all the way back down. It'll be a little bit wide. They'll need some help from Justin on the edge, but the ball gets taken away from Justin before he can do anything, and here comes FaZe once more.
Oh, and it's just that speed, and now Squishy, he's forced to go back and rotate for his own corner boost. Doesn't get the best touch. It was straight up to Illusion, who whiffed the shot, didn't find any contact, but then a demo comes out. Maybe this could be the chance for FaZe Clan to go up 3-0, but of course it's saved from Justin. NRG, 1 goal is all they need to change the tides of this battle and maybe start that scoring spree we've been waiting for.
Here's Illusion up against Justin in the corner, and 1 goal, like you said, would really change things, but they're in the final minute. They need to get that goal quickly. This is a good opportunity.
Oh, is that it?
Bounces all the way across.
Justin?
The follow from Justin is in. They will find it with 33 seconds remaining.
And this is how you know they broke down the FaZe Clan defense, was how much time this ball had to roll out to Justin before a defender got close to it. AJ went for that pre-jump. Justin did find the bottom right corner. And we mentioned it, 1 goal is all it takes. There's only 33 seconds, but NRG, it's possible.
Justin off the wall. Has 2 teammates behind him. They're only trailing by 1. Flip reset on the marker. Put that in. No way!
What?
The greatest goal ever scored by the van to tie things up.
How on earth did this find a way to go in? The flip reset past all players. The finesse to slot that one in. It's on the Merc. Justin ties the game up.
How about it? Look at that, and what a way to inject energy back into NRG's veins. They're going to have to hold on, though. That's only the tie game. It gives them an opportunity to go to overtime, but there was many overtimes in that first series.
Oh, yeah.
FaZe won the majority of them. Here comes more pressure. They got to get to overtime.
Commit, though. AJ?
FaZe putting more pressure on. Here's Garrett G. Off the corner with 5 seconds left. There's a miss. Squishy with an opportunity. It's over the top of Justin, though. This is dangerous. Squishy keeps it high, though. Blocks it away from any follow-up shot, and they'll put it into the ground. Overtime in game 1.
That defense from Squishy. He got bumped, was knocked out of his rotation, still found a touch, keeping them alive. That's a good midfield pass. Pretty routine from FaZe Clan. It might be time that NRG starts reading those and gets in the way, finds an interception. Or maybe we see another Merc flip reset. You never know, especially with this type of series.
I thought I'd seen it all, Turtle, but
I really did too.
Justin keeps me guessing. Garrett G's out of boost, won't be able to chase it. He'll find this corner, though, and Justin will put some more pressure on now. AJ over the top of 2, Squishy and Garrett, trying them kind of on top of each other, but Garrett G will emerge with control. Illusion puts it behind him. Squishy now putting pressure on the corner, and NRG starting to win challenges in this corner, which gives them more and more opportunities to score. Neutral challenge there, and now first killer will get it past Garrett G. He's out of boost, though. He's got to look for the corner. Squishy, Justin tangling up in the corner here. Justin will emerge with control and look for another air dribble. Looking for bumps. He gets Illusion to go high. AJ on the goal line. Stops it. First killer gets behind the ball and will be able to carry it away.
Oh, the
demolition on a Squishy. AJ's up for it. Looking for the tap. Hits the second fake. Oh, no. First killer couldn't find the touch, and Garrett G will get the ball.
The goal was wide open, but wait, hold on a second. The counterattack. Before we even talk about what we just saw, maybe we see Justin in the Merc making moves before we can even break down a play away, Punk. The ball is all the way on the other side.
The flip reset to turn that, what looked like a pass play, into a shot. Squish gets bumped off the ball. He gets a double commit out of them. Garrett G can't put the ball in between the posts. It was a little bit slow. The third man probably would have gotten it. 1:30 into overtime, and it's been back and forth. Both teams with opportunities to win the game.
Oh, to the midfield, maybe Illusion? No. FaZe Clan, they had a chance to end this OT within the past minute. I believe we saw a demo play come out on the third man from NRG, but first killer flicked it too far, and it went above the net when it was wide open. Communication not there, and now a double commit coming out from FaZe Clan.
That was back-to-back double commits from FaZe. Falling all over each other. A demolition on the Squishy will help, but they're low on boost. And the fact that AJ managed to get up and block Justin at all on that touch was incredible. Now Garrett G trying to pitch it off the ground. It's over the top of 2 of them. Justin here rotating back will pick up control. Garrett G to the outside.
Oh, what a clear. Justin's there too.
Justin's going to meet AJ. Gets there first. They bring it back. They were down 2 early and won it in overtime.
And you can see the relief in the face cams from Justin. So hyped off of that goal. And Garrett G, the instant turnaround. You saw how fast he got up on that sidewall. And then the monster clear to the other side of the pitch for Justin to put it away. That was picture perfect, dare I say, especially with the counterattack. And that's how the first game went. We didn't have one team with just monster possession or dominant possession. It was just back and forth the whole entire game, Waypunk.
Yeah, the difference maker in this game compared to every game we've seen between these two teams up until this point was that air dribble flip reset. Off the Merc. The Merc makes it hilarious, but the fact that it was a single player.
What is that? Why does that go in? Why does that go in?
It's amazing.
I didn't even look at it. It was weird. It was the weirdest slip reset. I think it's because it was the Merc. I don't think they knew that was possible with that car because Justin was in the air. And I think 2 players from FaZe Clan had already jumped. And then the third man back was like, he's in the Merc. There's no way this man gets the ball past me. Right? Somehow Justin makes it work. And I know there are a lot of people doubting it too. The pick for the Merc. But he comes out here and he does that.
I mean, and he's been driving an Octane all day. For the people at home who are uninitiated, the Merc and Octane, they have the same hitbox there. So it is a similar vehicle. But the thing is that we had not seen solo goals from anyone on NRG in that first series. It was always team plays. It was capitalizing on mistakes. Those clutch plays that we know players like Justin and Squishy, that's what they built their brand on, how they got their names out there in the community. To see him bring that and inject that energy back into his team here, I think made such a difference as they went into overtime.
Yeah, and I think that with how high the tensions were coming into this second series with whatever happened in between sets or even during the series, to come out here and to try and relieve tension like that, it was a risky play from Justin. I mean, had they lost that first game, who would know where the mentality is of NRG, but winning it in a style like that from Justin with the flip resets, the mechanics on the Merc, that could add some positivity to the communication on their side and maybe lighten the mood a bit for NRG.
Yeah, no, and especially, I mean, if they had gotten shut out in game number 1, I think the series is over, and it's a best of 7, which is just crazy to say, a best of 7 over in game number 1. But given how they lost the final game of the first set, for them to lose the first one that way could have genuinely just ended things. So NRG really bouncing back and getting the win means we have a ball game on our hands. And maybe the desk knew what they were talking about with how good this NRG roster is. Here's first killer through 1 in the first minute, looking for a goal. Past another, Justin out of the backfield. Still playing the Merc as well. He's sticking with it. And on a drop down, Lucy's going to try. Justin gets it away. AJ will be here to clean this up, but he's out of boost. He's going to have to leave it for a teammate.
I'm not 100% sure what first killer was going for off the sidewall. I think the midfield pass would have been the best option, but it did look like he was going for the shot. I do appreciate the effort for sure. Maybe he's got something here. 0 in the tank. Can't make anything work, and he also doesn't get any boost deals, but he does get a demo on Justin. And AJ's here to follow it up and keep the pressure moving forward for FaZe Clan.
Here's first killer. The stop on 1 and then pinches this one behind Squishy. He's out of boost, but he's got Justin in front of him and Squishy challenging from the side. And now going to look for a pass to his teammates off the corner. Illusion and AJ, though, double commit. It's all up to first killer, and he's low on boost. He's going to stretch for this one and just try to keep it trapped on the back wall. And the control is incredible. Way to eliminate a difficult situation there that NRG was going to try and take advantage of.
I mean, that's just strictly muscle memory at that point. I was on first killer's cam for that touch to keep the control off the back wall, and it's insane that he knows exactly where the back wall is, how far it is from his car. He can find that perfect touch. And again here, maybe if there was a demo out on Squishy, who bit a little bit early, the follow-up then for first killer, it's not on point, but AJ surely can finish this one off. FaZe Clan score first.
The moment Justin is in the air and AJ hasn't taken his shot, this goal is as good as in. AJ has been so pinpoint in his accuracy here. He sees Justin shows his hand. He shows, I'm covering this shot here. As long as you put it anywhere else, it's good. And AJ finds the shot for goal number 1 of game 2.
Oh, maybe Justin off the kickoff. And that's a very good sign for FaZe Clan, and surely a boost of confidence, because we have seen some uncharacteristic double commits out of FaZe Clan in this series alone, where they've been a little bit all over the place and stepping on each other's toes. So to see them have some solid spatial awareness and to get a couple of follow-ups bodes well for them.
Did you just see the wall dashes from AJ? He was using the new wave dash technique that players have been doing to maintain speed on the wall.
I have not seen that yet in RLCS. That's crazy.
I've seen it in like some regional events and stuff like that, but like here in a grand finals. I mean, I guess this is technically a regional event, but at lower levels of the premier level of competition, here it's just crazy to see them pull off a sort of thing. It's going to become commonplace, and I'm just going to continue to suck at this game. 2 minutes and 11 seconds left. Here's Squishy into the back.
See, it's the decal. Wait, you gotta swap up your decal a little bit.
You're not wrong. That's the problem. I just need to buy an NRG or a FaZe.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
In the esports shop now. First killer taking a shot straight downtown. Garrett G gets up for it in time. 1:53 on the clock as they put more pressure on. FaZe is trying. AJ now through the sky. He's got Squishy up with him. Squishy will get the ball over the top of him. Gets both defenders to bite. Everyone's losing the backfield. First killer gets back on the ground in time before anyone from NRG can pressure him. But Justin's man, do they have an opening.
Oh, and Justin was alone, but then Squishy. Nice little touch to redirect it behind him. Squishy has been performing so much better. And it's not to say that he was performing poorly in the previous series. It's just he couldn't find boost. I mentioned it so much because I was on his cam. He was looking for boost the entire time, it felt like. So to see him back in form with some boost in the tank, he can make some damage here as he's got 100 to go for this challenge.
Squishy back to Justin, who's in a cherry pick off the wall. Garrett G's going to try and reach for it, but it's behind him. And first killer and AJ going to create a dual threat. Justin now lofted. He'll have time to get control. And a nice pinch off the first kill. He's looking for Squishy, but Illusion will cover him up. Garrett G on the read. Can he find a second touch? AJ takes it away in the corner. With 1 minute remaining, FaZe is up by 1. Is it good enough to hold on? NRG's breathing down their necks, trying to tie up this game.
First killer, he's alone. His teammate just got demoed. AJ did spawn. He's now in net, but a little bit late to get to the challenge. It doesn't matter, though. That dunk was insane. And Garrett G, the backflip save to keep them within 40 seconds left, just a little bit under. And they look to get their first goal and tie this up.
That was an amazing save. A moon flick from Garrett G on the goal line. He makes any other touch there, the ball still just goes in the goal. It was the only play he could make. He pulled it off in style here. But AJ now into an empty backfield again, and we've seen both teams are being very aggressive this game. There's been multiple times that the third man is having to retreat on defense. AJ making a stop, 10 seconds left, just holding on the ball in his corner, burning time off the clock, and gets a pinch to the other side. It'll burn so much time for FaZe. Garrett G now on the cherry pick. Covered up, though. 2 of the players on the backboard. Justin's going to
got
bumped off the ball. What a way to close out the game. FaZe now tying up the series.
Oh, and what a frustrating situation for Justin. That looked like a perfect opportunity for him, but the demos came out. The physical bump from FaZe Clan, shoving him out the way and making sure that ball does touch the ground. A huge response from FaZe Clan. They needed that to get back into the series. And I mean, say NRG did bring this to OT and somehow ended up winning, it would be hard to think that FaZe Clan were positive right now in their communications, because that's just such a tough way to lose game 1 and game 2, especially with the Merc. That might be slipping in their mentality, but this win alone will bring back that confidence, Wavepunk.
Yeah, for sure. And man, this is the second time. I think game 1 of the first series was the other one where, man, a 1-0 game. You look at the score line, you think, oh, that was probably kind of slow. This was so back and forth. So many on the edge of my seat moments. This is going to be it. This is going to be a goal. And somebody manages to get back and stop it. Genuinely excellent play from both sides. Cannot wait here for game 3, especially because now we're all tied up in games. If NRG is able to win this series, we'll go to a 3rd best of 7.
Yeah.
How crazy would that be?
I mean, I'm only questioning now, is the only way for NRG to get a win here is whenever Justin does pop off individually, because that's how they won the first game. And even in that previous one, there were a lot of close chances. There's Justin, though, doing a lot of work. And I won't say this is Justin by himself. Certainly, Garrett G had a lot to do with this one, cutting off that pass and just basically teeing it up for Justin.
Yeah, and the real winner here is FaZe just full sending on the kickoff and there being nobody in the backfield. Usually on the kickoff, you'd have somebody back there who could pick up an easy shot like that, but they leave the opening.
Aggressive on their kickoffs too.
Yeah, no, Garrett G recognizing that situation, Justin saying, okay, cool, if I just send this on target, we score. And they'll find a lead here in game number 3. Garrett G to the outside. Justin put pressure on him. Now Illusion here on the back wall, getting pressured by Justin again. He'll find a monster clear to midfield and gets the dunk on Squishy. Illusion now up against Garrett G, who gets the touch through 1, and Squishy will play it to the outside. FaZe having to completely reposition after the NRG touches.
Oh, nice interception there from AJ, the pre-jump to get in that way, or get in the ball's way, excuse me. And Garrett G, though, he does turn it around. Nice little touch to Squishy. Maybe lead something for Justin, who is always behind the ball with these shots. Justin has been so aggressive, the confidence flowing through NRG, but FaZe Clan, and they're coming off of a hot win in the previous game.
Justin to the side.
Oh my goodness.
First killer over the top of 1. There's Squishy off the backboard. AJ gets demolished. Garrett G's looking for another one. There's the aggressive demo plays we were hoping for in the first series. And it's Garrett G.
Yeah.
None other. As Justin puts pressure on, first killer just follows him wheel to wheel.
It's kind of crazy.
I'm here.
We haven't seen that much physical plays from FaZe Clan in this set. And considering where they came from against SSG and how chaotic that matchup was, I am so shocked that we haven't seen too many physical plays. Maybe this is an opportunity for Garrett G then to start that chaos. If FaZe Clan don't want to initiate, Justin Nice little carry out. Maybe he can find something. Saves his flip and gets it around first killer, but Illusion is there to save the day.
And they find another block, but the defense is so loose. Garrett G, well placed. He's been struggling with the placement all series, but this one's on the money. 3 minutes left to go, and they're up by 2.
Oh, you gotta give a lot of credit for Squishy to put a shot on target. Even though the power wasn't there, they were so under pressure, FaZe Clan. They had to go for at least one save. A double commit did come out. And NRG, nice cleanup. 2-0. It seems like they found their groove, Waypunk.
No, I think that Squishy's shooting straight.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, here's Squishy looking for another shot. Can they go up by 3? No, first killer blocks it, sends it to the corner. But Squishy shooting straight at the defenders there forces the double commit out of them. There is literally no time or like positional information that can tell the defenders who's supposed to go. They both have to commit. It gives Garrett G the best percentage shot, and they get a second goal out of it. Great brain plays there from Squishy. Big brain man as AJ tries to get this out of his half.
You really can't count out FaZe Clan at this moment. They did it with 16 seconds left. Surely they can get two again here with 2.5 minutes, a little bit under. First killer, maybe a play here in the corner. Can develop. Illusion did get the demo. Justin looks for the pre-jump, and it's not enough. They were so fluid in these corners to get this one out into the midfield. No,
and the demos too, getting them back-to-back here to pave the way. It leaves the goal open. Garrett G's trying to reach back and forth. And Garrett G was doing lateral motion. He was just going side to side on that field, trying to block everything. But when his team's just being exploded behind him, there's not much he can do.
There's the demos I was talking about too. FaZe Clan. Things could get chaotic from here.
First killer up for that. Illusion on the side. And here's AJ. Onto the backboard. And Justin out to Garrett G. Oh, Garrett G with a miss on the wall. And first killer will pick this one up for free. He's only got 28 boosts in the tank, but can he make it worth it? Back in front, and Garrett G, a nice extension over the top of the backline offense from FaZe. Now FaZe trying to get out of their half. Across to an empty side of the field. AJ's looking for a pinch here. Runs out of boost. Illusion will loft the ball. Everybody grounded right now. Garrett G will try to reach back for this one. First killer get the touch over the top of him. Illusion's looking for a dunk, but Squishy's got there first, gets it cleanly, and Garrett G gets demolished on his way onto offense. FaZe.
First killer.
It's like they heard you. They're just getting more physical again. Here's a pass inwards, infield pass, and then the play back. No way! First killer, how does he keep this under the crossbar?
The give and goes between first killer, AJ, out to the midfield, back into first killer. AJ sniped his own player to get that final shot. FaZe Clan tied things up. We knew it was possible, and they did it with so much time to spare.
It was a mind-bending play. Developing so quickly, and yet first killer still manages to stay accurate. AJ up for it now, looking for the game winner. Soft touch, flip reset over Squishy. Style it on him here in game 3.
We're talking about explosive gameplay. They were down 0-2, and now they took the lead. AJ, the flip reset. It's the first touch he got on the reset to find the finishing shot. FaZe Clan, my goodness, they were trailing by 2, and just like that, they flipped the script.
That play is, I'm still thinking about that one. That's mind-blowing. As Justin's going to try and tie it back up, but AJ closes on it. The precision, the master class on how to use a flip reset there.
Great.
Squishy went from being a relevant defender to completely out of the play in a split second. That was so impressive.
It's so unusual. It's so unusual for a player in that position to instantly go for the flip reset. Yeah. Most of the time, players will try to get that first redirect and just have it be a normal shot, but a disaster for Illusion as he got a piece of this and shot it in his own net.
Illusion. Justin down. It does. It's a question of whether Justin's touch was going to go in already.
No, I think Justin was going for a midfield pass. I'm almost positive.
And Illusion, that started with Illusion kind of getting bamboozled in the midfield. He was kind of caught up in no man's land, reaches for it. I think he panics, thinking, oh, I've got to get back. I got to make this play. Or
at least find a challenge.
Yeah, one error leads to another, and AJ, all of a sudden, is this in? It's wide of the goal. Squishy out of his net here. Dribble past one. Now Garrett G versus Justin. Up to Squishy. They got 2 defenders. They'll block it, but can NRG find the goal? Try to look for a lead. Down to Garrett G. Blocked by AJ. Follow from Squishy. Defended by Illusion, but it's still high. First killer's there with the most boost. He'll get it to the outside. We've been to so many overtimes. Let's do another one.
And we shouldn't be here. It's all because of that mistake out of Illusion trying to get that final challenge when he was just too late to even go up for it. But they still have a chance here and can end this game. Somebody's got to make a play. Maybe it'll be Illusion getting revenge.
Oh, here's Squishy up against AJ. In the corner, there's one block, NRG to try and keep the pressure on. 2 defenders on the back wall for FaZe, but they'll separate. Now AJ trying to gain control. He'll bump Squishy down all across the backboard. Oh, and it shoot backwards. First kill and nearly puts it back into his own box. Here's AJ. The dribble, he's got 1 defender behind him. Goes for a first flip reset to get over 1. NRG now looking for Squishy, but Illusion will break up the pass play and then get back to the ball. No, NRG covers it up. It's all up to AJ.
Oh my
goodness. Finds the block in the air, finds first killer. They extend it on a clear. What immaculate defense despite a really pressed situation. But here comes Justin up against 2. It's by them. He gets the bump on AJ. Squishy trying to set up NRG. First killer blocks him in the air. You gotta be kidding me.
And you can't help but think back to the first game of the previous best of 7, where it was nobody but FaZe Clan making goal line save after goal line save, specifically first killer. Now it's everybody putting in the effort to keep them alive in OT, but NRG, they have just been counterattacking after counterattacking. It has been ridiculous to see how fast they can turn around in this midfield.
Here's Illusion. He's got NRG in front of him, gets the demo on 1, and he's looking for Squishy. His first kill is going to try and take control of this one, but Squishy gets it away from him. Now Illusion and AJ, a little double commit in front of the goal. They need to sort out their rotations as NRG is going to look for Justin, who's looking for first killer. The physical play becoming more and more important as this game goes on. As AJ gets it past Justin, it's up to NRG in this corner. He picks up new boost, gets the pinch out, but Illusion's got the read on him. He's looking to set up his teammates. Justin will kill another one in the corner and reset the rotations.
Boost, such a valuable resource right now, especially if you're FaZe Clan, because NRG have been running a huge offensive powerhouse in your own half, taking all the boost, getting some demos. NRG's looking for a demo as well. This one did slip into the midfield. NRG gets the demo, but AJ equalizes and takes him out.
Illusion missed this one. It's up to first killer. The loft out, but NRG's got a read on it. Justin's reaching for the crazy shot, and AJ reads Justin's touch.
These pre-jumps from FaZe, they're insane.
Illusion tries there. Squishy with an opportunity. AJ gets back. What? How? I don't understand. I think that knows maybe just Squishy not placing the ball well. AJ, there's no way he knew that was where the shot was going to be.
I mean, it was already up in the air.
It was.
Squishy Muffins, that was one of the best chances NRG have had. It was just right in the middle, and you want to applaud AJ, but also got to talk about the shooting accuracy of Squishy in that moment.
Yeah, I think that one was more of a Squishy missing than an AJ being clairvoyant here as he's going to look for bumps, finds one on Justin. He finds a little bit of a positional bump on Squishy as well. AJ now trying to find the plays into the goal.
Oh my
it's above
goodness.
The ball. Where's first killer? Oh, he's back in the ground. He puts it onto the backboard. Illusion, not enough boost to challenge this immediately. He'll be on the first man now. First killer with AJ again.
He's on the
so
dribble.
Much pressure from FaZe. Is it a moment when NRG cracks? Can they get out again? No, still back into their corner. Oh my goodness.
The hustle from NRG that I just witnessed. I've been on his camera. He went all the way into his own corner, then back across his net to get the touch when he knew his last man back was in a sticky situation. Maybe we'll see the same out of FaZe Clan as the double commit occurs. If Justin gets another touch in the midfield, it could be deadly. But of course, FaZe Clan, they are reading every touch out of NRG, no matter how threatening it looks.
Wow, Justin here. The last man back again finds the stop as the rest of his team had gotten beaten. Squishy, he bumped him forward. Will be AJ to pick it up. Up against NRG, just goes for the fake. Takes it up against Justin, who tackles him into the corner. Illusion picks up the corner boost. Can they get the boost starve going again? A demolition, double demolition. It's only Squishy, but he's got so much space with the ball. He'll clear it all the way down the field, and Illusion will get it away. The double demolition won't matter.
That's where we talk about communication with your demos. You've got to inform your team that you're going for them to express that they need to push up. That was a deadly one. Anytime you see, I mean, it could be any player right now on the field. If they're behind the ball, you don't know what they can do with it. If it's a flip reset that they get, if it's a mind game, maybe go for a slower dribble. Seems like the possibilities are endless for all 6 players on the pitch.
We're about to complete an entire extra game here in overtime, and it genuinely has flown by. This has been excellent Rocket League is AJ here in the corner. He's got first killer to pass to, looks for it. Justin puts it on the first killer, but then gets demolished by Garrett G, and Squishy gets taken out by AJ. Momentary 2v2. AJ has a Terminator medal. I've never seen that in an RLCS game before. AJ now trying to get it through. What is this? Is incredible.
It feels like it's just going to come down to an incredible mechanical play or one of the weirdest defensive blunders we'll ever see. You can't find an in-between. It's got to be one of those two. I'm convinced. We've seen flip reset after flip reset, so many demos, but that isn't enough to break down the defense. We need something more creative.
AJ demolished. Squishy trying to take his time, but Illusion wins the challenge. His first killer airborne. He's trying, but Justin was there first. He's got it over the top, and AJ on that demolition will get it off of the backboard because of how far back he's positioned. Now Squishy onto the backboard again.
All
Here comes Garrett G. Try in. Justin, no, what? He's grounded. And Squishy has to fall all the way back to make a save.
Felt like that was the chance for NRG. All three members from FaZe Clan were on the ground and in the net. The rotations had slowed down, but NRG, the midfield pass wasn't there. Maybe it is here, though.
They did it!
It connects, and it's Squishy on the other end.
No way. This one, would it be a... AJ just slightly caught forward, and he's not able to stretch across for the pass. They catch him in a dual threat situation.
Yeah.
Wow. NRG, the experience pays off, and they take the win here in game 3.
And that's such a routine play and a perfect opportunity for, I believe it was Garrett G behind the ball. Like you said, he's got two options. He can either continue with the dribble, go for the fake on the pass, and then just take the shot himself, or try to get it out into the midfield. And I think AJ thought he was going to go for the dribble into the back of the net. As AJ, it's literally a coin flip. You just have to make a choice as to which option Garrett G is going to go for. Unfortunately, if you're a FaZe Clan fan, he picked wrong, and NRG were able to punish.
2 players on FaZe Clan above 4-digit personal score. Obviously, long game's going to make that happen, but that's quite insane. A bit there. How many shots is this? 22 shots from NRG. That might even be close to a record. I'm not quite sure. That's an pretty impressive.
And 11
stat.
from FaZe Clan.
One thing to point out, though, across both series so far, NRG has only won overtimes. They have yet to win in regulation. And that they are currently up in the series, though, 2-1. If FaZe Clan's able to push up a nice lead in regulation, though, that statistically spells a very bad situation for NRG. The fact that it went to 6 minutes of overtime, do you think that does better for NRG's mental or does worse for FaZe's mental? It's
got to do much more positive things. I'm like losing my mind right now with how crazy that last game was. It's got to be better. No, absolutely. It's got to be a better, a positive impact, towards the mentality of NRG. Just because any long overtime, it's just such a big sigh of relief when you can take that win. As a player myself, anytime you had a long overtime, it is one of the best feelings, finally having all that time pay off. And if you are FaZe Clan, it's the opposite. You're thinking, we wasted all that time, all that effort, and they weren't even supposed to be there. You had Illusion getting that own goal, going up for that challenge. FaZe Clan were supposed to win that previous game, but NRG stole it.
Oh, man. And after AJ hit just one of the cleanest, it was such a simple shot, but such a clean, effective flip reset to give them the lead.
Oh, it was so pretty. It was so pretty.
You can't, I feel like they cannot think about that right now. Here comes another shot. First killer. What a read. We were talking about AJ finding a block at the end of overtime. That one was brilliant.
I think Squishy's getting frustrated too. I mean, a lot of his shots have been towards the dead center of the net. You can only imagine what will happen if he picks up that accuracy just a little bit. The power was there, but still finding the middle of the net.
Here comes first killer. The block. Justin trying in the corner. Garrett G demolished. Squishy hanging in a shallow third man. Wanted to keep the pressure going, knowing Garrett G is going to spawn in behind him. Now Justin onto the backboard, chasing this one. Nobody's home. Can he drop it down? Looks for a third one. Oh, and it's still cleared. They know Garrett G will get it. It looked like they were going to block it for a second, but NRG are on top.
I am so glad we get to see this for 2 reasons. The flip reset from Justin and also that save, I believe it was from first killer. 2 amazing plays back to back, but in the end, it was NRG to get the follow-up in time, and it's Garrett G behind the ball. That is what we were talking about in the previous series, Wavepunk. It's that follow-up from NRG, the second man coming through after that first shot comes out. It has picked up a lot with the pace, and I think a big part of it is because they're able to find boost now. And Garrett G, he's been aggressive. He's getting demos. This is what I wanted to see out of NRG if they started struggling to keep things close, was have Garrett G, the player who statistically gets the most demos, start to be physical.
More demos coming out again, both sides. I do want to. I wish I could remember which play it was. It was either AJ or Illusion that got a Terminator medal last game. We've never talked about that, and we're not going to get to because Garrett G puts in another goal here on the pass off the backboard.
Justin and Garrett G, this is the duo at the moment. Justin does a lot of fancy footwork in the front with the Merc, which is something that we're not used to seeing. And then Garrett G can just come in for the cleanup as the janitor.
I get that one, and now up by 2. This is the best look we've seen from NRG in regulation yet this series or last series.
But FaZe Clan are used to being here. They're used to being 0-2 down. They can definitely come back.
We'll see them here in the corner. It's Garrett G. Through one first killer to try and chase this down. Justin takes it away from him, and Illusion now putting more pressure on the backboard. Garrett G will get there before any FaZe player could think about taking a shot. Now first kill looking for AJ, who looks for the doink. No, Justin will get a block and carry it back out. Chasing this down.
Oh my goodness.
I think he got it too.
I mean, they're giving him space though. It's crazy. Justin has been repeatedly making these plays, and still we have FaZe Clan a little bit too grounded on defense. Justin, a pre-jump to get in the way of AJ, and then maybe the follow-up dunk. He doesn't find it.
Oh!
And Illusion makes up for the previous mistake with this corner slot.
Justin not able to get the best clear. And Illusion, who made a switch to Fennec this game, will put in the first goal there for FaZe.
We haven't seen Justin swap off the Merc yet either. I thought maybe we would after FaZe took a game, but no.
You kind of thought it was maybe just like let's just get the energy back and like really shake things up, jump up, and
he's committed
himself in the face a few times. But no, I think he's like, hey, it's working. Let's keep it up. And they get it over the top of one. Here's Justin now looking for Garrett G. Notice keeps himself. And a correction on the medal I've been talking about. It was I've been calling it a Terminator medal. It's an Exterminator medal. Very similar words. But I don't think it's ever happened. When you get 7 demos in a single game, very difficult thing to get, even if you try.
Absolutely.
And for them to pull that off, I don't think I've ever seen an RLCS.
And it came out of nowhere.
Every time I try to talk about it, though, NRG scores again. Justin here, picking this up off of the pass from Garrett G. And again, it goes off of a FaZe defender. They're getting these pinch passes.
Well, they're feeling the pressure right now. They have to get up early for these challenges and get in the face of NRG, but they can't find it. And then Justin is there to do some, like I said earlier, fancy footwork at the front as that striker. And whether he's forcing players from FaZe Clan to go at the ball and open space up for Garrett G, the second man in this current situation, or he's just scoring by himself, it is working wonders for NRG.
Here's Illusion in the corner. Pass to one. First killer and AJ. They both commit on that. And here comes Garrett G on the other side. They get it past him, but Illusion able to close on it before Garrett G could regain control. Trailing by 2. FaZe with the most work ahead of them we've seen yet in the final minute. First killer gonna try, and Garrett G with a pinch.
Justin's there though.
Justin
it's open.
Net not gonna miss. Wow.
I don't think FaZe Clan have been expecting these clears out of Garrett G, and this one was actually a 50-50. Garrett G went right under the ball, timed his flip perfectly, and squeezed that one all the way to the other side. Justin is waiting, cherry picking to get that touch. And it's nice to see for NRG, a player downfield. Haven't been able to see that from FaZe Clan, seeing as they haven't even gotten clears really to begin with. Maybe first killer can start something here with a 50-50. Overall, it's been awkward for FaZe Clan to get anything going.
Yeah, this one has looked very much. This is a very,
what a touch.
AJ, wow, that is beautiful shot here. 32 seconds left, only down by 2.
I'm telling you, this is all they need. This is double the time they had to get 2 goals previously against SSG. They can do this now. AJ, it is so pretty, so fun to watch, whether it's a flip reset or just a classic redirect. It looks nice.
That was gross. What a shot. 2 defenders there, able to find a way around them. Now only down by 2. You'd usually, with 30 seconds, count them out, but again, FaZe's comeback potential has been so strong today. Justin here, looking for a redirect. AJ to the outside. Here's first killer, and just sends it straight on target. Garrett G to clear it away, but Illusion's on the far side. Can he put another
10
one on target?
seconds.
10 seconds left, and Squishy with a clear. Now things starting to feel pretty confident for NRG. 5 seconds left, they'll kill the time off the clock. And what a comeback. What a way to bounce back and finally win a game in regulation. They are on match point. NRG 1 away from resetting things and sending us to a third best of 7.
And doing it in the same fashion with a 4-1 win. It's literally an eye for an eye, exchanging the exact same blow to each other. And it has been so fun to watch because AJ has been forced in these awkward situations where he has to get these incredible touches to even get past the defense. And on the other side, NRG have unleashed Justin. I think with this Merc pick, I'm not even joking. It's like the mentality has cleared all anything that was a little bit foggy before. If you were maybe a bit down on yourself, you swap cars, you start feeling yourself a little bit more, and you're downfield more. And we've seen the pass connection, a massive clear down from NRG side to the other where FaZe Clan resides. And of course, Justin is there to get a redirect. He does some crazy work, and somehow it works out for NRG.
It's crazy because we were like, all right, what does NRG need to change? Is there anything that they need to adjust here? You know, and they're able to win games in overtime, but struggling in regulation. What can they do? I would have never in a million years said they need to start looking for pinch passes. 3 of their 4 goals at least. The fourth one might have been there too. I don't remember it exactly, but 3 of the 4 goals were pinch passes that immediately turned into a shot with a FaZe player. That's such a different, like when we're talking about like NRG's ability to adapt. Like crazy. What? Like that's the way they're adapting. Like let's just meet them at the point of contact and turn it into passes. Like wow.
But they unleashed Justin. Okay, you know we talk a lot about NRG. What if First Killer gets released here? Okay, what if First Killer starts to pop off? That's the crazy thing, and that I'm so excited about this grand finals because almost any single player on this field can just pop off at any given moment. We could see First Killer in this game start to change the tides, similar to how Justin has been doing for NRG.
We've seen mainly, I think, AJ with the crazy solo plays this series. So First Killer, yes, definitely grounded right now, but only from his own doing. He had an opportunity there, but got bumped off the ball, and now a miss in the corner. Will be up to Illusion. And 50s it with Garrett away. AJ now up for this, plays underneath the first challenger. Now Squishy putting it high. First Killer taking his time, struggling to read the ball on the wall. Illusion's up for it, manages to get the touch before being demolished.
Big clears there, but Garrett G is actually on the other side. Have seen boost in favor, and Garrett G is demoing again. This is the strategy that has been working all series long. That Garrett G aggression as he turns quickly in midfield. Squishy has been the third man, staying farther back, trying to keep the pressure on and rotate in exactly when he's needed. Meanwhile, Justin, the front man, being aggressive. Garrett G, demo heavy. And now Justin does get the save and keeps them all tied up. 0-0 under 4 minutes.
Well, one of the first times we've seen the first minute come and go quietly in 10 games. First Killer trying to turn on this one and take control. He used 66% of his boost just to get the ball to stop moving towards his goal, and AJ has to clear it out to the side. Now here's Justin coming off the ceiling, flip reset, but cleared away by First Killer. Garrett G on the follow-up, gonna get this one just barely. He tucks it under, and NRG will be on top.
It's just been flip reset after flip reset attempt here. Justin went for the flip reset off the ceiling. Previously, Squishy was going for a flip reset, and then Garrett G just says, no, all you have to do is just slot it in like this, nice and easy. And you can tell FaZe Clan, they were all in the same spot. Their rotations, they're not spread out too much on the field. And a big part of that is because they're just not as comfortable because of the mechanics from Justin.
Justin and the Merc. NRG's gonna have to make a Merc decal after this. They're gonna change everything. Squishy now. Blocking one. Here's Illusion to the outside. First Killer off the wall. They'll try and fall on this, but couldn't quite get the spacing right. And Justin able to get second touch on him. Here's a play. Pass back out to First Killer. Just takes the shot onto the backboard. Garrett G extends it. They'll look for the bumps on Squishy. AJ struggling to gain control of the ball in the air. Won't be able to make the first shot. Garrett G and Squishy will clear it out of the corner, but here comes Illusion. Squishy getting it past the entire front line. First Killer having to clear it up from the back.
Nice little touch there from Justin. Smacking it into space, but there's still a lot of hope here for FaZe Clan. Basically a reverse sweep now. What you would see in a best of 5. Winning 3 games in a row to take this series win. They did it against V1 and Xset in the Swiss stage. They can certainly do it again here. It's a difficult task against NRG, but again, I want to see First Killer start to show up a little bit more here. Illusion maybe go for those demos, do the dirty work that we saw in the previous series. First Killer's doing 2 demos, and Illusion takes out the third. Of course, you'd see a shot come through. We finally do, but it's off the crossbar. First Killer doesn't find his mark.
And that is not something we've seen from FaZe. Basically, this entire series is inaccuracies. They get another demolition. Can they find another shot out of it? To have a shot and to just straight up miss. FaZe might start to be cracking under pressure, but they will eventually get it through. The siege pays off and we're tied up.
And this is how demos are so important, because even if it doesn't directly lead to a goal, the impact it leaves lasts for about 20, 30 seconds, because that person who got demoed has to get back in rotation. And First Killer, he's been in rotation. A nice little turn there in the corner, gets it back into the midfield. AJ's ready, and we're all tied up.
First Killer with a response on the back line after the kickoff attempt. AJ now into this corner, and he picks up the boost as it spawns. Taking to the sky, he's got Illusion to work with. He's just gonna go with the touches over the top. Doesn't get the block. Is there any follow-up? Here's Illusion trying to get control. He puts it over the top of First Killer. This works in NRG's favor. Here's Garrett G trying to gain control in the sky. Everybody needing 2 touches to try and take a shot, so nothing gonna materialize for either team. We go to the outside. Illusion now. AJ gonna try and chase this. No, Illusion calls him off. Takes the midfield boost. And it's just hounding NRG into their own corner, looking for the bump and goal. He's gonna just push Justin up the back wall, and Garrett G says, I don't care. Let's push it all the way out of our half.
Good flick there from Garrett G, and I like the dribbling. But we've seen so many demos from FaZe Clan. What opened up that first goal. Under a minute left here, Wave Punk, all tied up. NRG sitting on match point to force another best of 7.
Ooh. First Killer versus Garrett G, both up at the same time. It gets a fake out of him. Squishy trying to take control, and AJ's there. Into this corner. Garrett G and Justin in front of him. Kills the ball. Can anybody tackle it? Justin's going to dribble it out, and FaZe respects Justin's control. AJ takes the midfield boost. 30 seconds remaining. And overtimes have been good for NRG in this series. FaZe needs to find a way to win in regulation. A demolition onto Garrett G, but not before he gets a long one. And Justin now with a response. Into the corner. 15 seconds left. Sends it to the crossbar.
Justin waiting there for the corner. 10 seconds left. One counterattack is all it takes from one of these teams. NRG backs against the wall. The final few seconds. Are we going to get an overtime? A pinch from Garrett G. He keeps it up, but it does fall. And we head into OT.
OT here. Watch out for the kickoff goals.
Oh, yeah.
Illusion to the outside. Squishy going to have to fall back. An awkward challenge for him. And that boost he picked up on the kickoff will get expended just to get the ball to midfield. Now Illusion up against 2, goes for the pinch, straight into Justin. Justin holds his ground and gets the stop. Garrett G with Justin downfield looking for bumps. Doesn't see Illusion coming, gets the ball challenged straight off of his hood. Now Squishy trying to get out of the corner. First Killer gets it away. Illusion quickly turns on this one, but loses the challenge to Justin. AJ out of the backfield. Takes his time and uses the backboard to get it high.
Here's AJ.
Trying to get over the top of Squishy. Dunks on 1, dunk on 2, but Justin emerges with the control and wins another one in the corner.
Does feel like we're going to see a repeat of what we've been seeing all series long. Justin by himself. Maybe he could do it with a flip reset. Does he get it? He has it. It wasn't on target. Squishy tried to correct it. But again, we still remain in OT.
The FaZe defense collapsed on that push. Justin.
That was it. That was the opportunity.
They had the opportunities, but not able to put it in. We'll keep going. Already on a 6-minute overtime between these teams. Illusion to the sky over the top of Squishy, just on the backboard. Not the best of touches, but he'll stick behind it. Block any follow-up and then gets a bump. Falling out of the sky. AJ's going to try and chase this one down, but he got bumped by Justin coming up into the sky. So Squishy now with space. Garrett G with an opportunity, putting it on target. AJ with a stop, Justin up to follow, and AJ blocks him, but there's nobody there to take control. Right now, FaZe is in a one-man push. They have 2 people rotating back while 1 is challenging every time.
Right, and it's the safest play right now because you want to have the ability to get those goal line pre-jumps, but if you're giving space up to Justin, especially in the air, if he beats out that first defender, it could be deadly. And also a pass from Justin to Garrett G is deadly as well. And Squishy, the follow-up, it's just wide again. Squishy can't get the accuracy in, but he does keep the possession forward.
All 3 players of FaZe chasing this ball right now. They have to sort themselves out, or it is NRG's game inevitably, and we're going to the 3rd series. They're fighting for game 6.
Here we go.
Justin Squishy putting it high. A demolition on the first killer. But AJ stops one.
He's got space.
Squishy looking for the demo.
What's he doing?
NRG will put it in. Well done. NRG bounce right back. Prove everybody on the desk right and send us to a third series.
Look at all the space Garrett G has. And of course, he keeps his composure. The first touch is as perfect as you can get to have that setup, get the final shot into the net. Garrett G, off of that demo, off of the aggression, all that possession from NRG. It just felt like we were waiting for them to finally slip through the defense of FaZe Clan. And we're going to another best of 7, Wavepunk.
Another one. You couldn't have it any other way. The name of the game for NRG has been overtimes. They've played 6 overtimes against FaZe and won 4 of them. All of the overtimes in the second series, NRG was able to clutch up, and they win 1 in regulation there in game 4. Can you believe it? This is... like to see them bounce back in this way after the dominant performance from FaZe Clan. FaZe has to use this time. We haven't seen any timeouts this whole series. Both teams. This is crazy.
I'm not surprised though, because it's like every single game is so unbelievably close. It's like, why would you want to time it out? You're feeling good. The motion and the rotations, are all there for each team. So why would you want to time out, Wavepunk? Let's just get back into the action. And I just got to say, Garrett G has gone Super Saiyan in this series. He has literally been put in a spot where he has to make the shot, has to find the accuracy. And I'd say 9 times out of 10, he does find the finishing shot, putting NRG on his back, because Justin's doing a lot of fancy, flashy work, but it's going to come down to Garrett G to finish things off.
What a series. And we're not even done, chat. We got one more best of 7. You win this one. No more losing allowed. You got to win finally. You win this best of 7. You're the regional champs for our first split of the fall major. We're going to go to a quick break. We'll be right back on the RLCS.